Howdy folks, how are you doing? It's been a long time since I've done a video. Just sort of really just got round to doing a video for ages and ages. But here we are anyway. It's a lovely, lovely day. Cows are out, as you can see. Have been out for 2 weeks now. During the day, not at night. So it's still quite cold at night. So we've been having, past few days we've been having frosts. So they're out just during the day at the minute. Probably won't be long now though before the milkers are out all the time. There's no other cows or heifers out yet, but again, next couple of weeks, if the weather stays good, we'll be getting things like these out and stuff like that. So, but at the minute they're all still in, so we're just bedding these up. So we'll chuck that in there, and then we'll flip the old ring feeder over that for them, spread their straw about. But also today is the farm's new loader is turning up today. So this old gal has done 7,338 hours now, and hasn't really put a foot wrong, other than the previous, or this last month. Let's take the pressure out of that grab. We've had some problems this past month with it, but they've all sorted now. But so she's going. New ones should be coming today. So I've not seen any pictures of it or anything like that. But I don't think, for a dairy machine, she ain't done bad. There's the odd bit of flaking paint. That was when it got when it had its, I think it had a puncture repair. First year the farm had it, it got whacked with a hammer while they were getting the bead off. But other than bits of paint here and there, other than that, it's in very good nick, really, for the hours and the fact it's on a dairy farm. Not bad too. Not bad at all. Still a bit of life. There's probably 40% in them, 30 to 40% in them cleaver luggers. So it's just bits like that. They never were stuck on very well, these decals. Other than that, she's in pretty good nick. Really good nick indeed. Could have done with keeping up with having the seat cover in it, like, because you do, because you slide in and out of them, you do wear the corners off, like. But other than that, she's pretty good nick. So we'll see what the new one's like. Straight to work. Basically the same as what we had before, 54270, so 4.2 tonne, 7 metre reach. Badger's an AgriXtra now, which has still got the dual tech VT transmission in. The old one was as Badger's an Agri Pro, but they've sort of done away with the Agri Pro, I think, and the AgriXtra is now like the top spec machine. So but as you'll see, she's on Bibloads. So we'll see what them Bibloads are like. That's got most of it. A little bit of shoveling to do. So, like I said earlier, it's basically the same spec as the old one, 54270, with a few updates, but it's essentially exactly the same machine. 40k, 150 horsepower. There are a few different little bits and bobs on like, but we'll get to them in a minute. We've just got to put some grub in the wheelbarrow for old Chunky. We're still giving them one full ration a day because, like I said earlier, they are out only at during the day. They're staying in at night, so they're still getting 3 bales, you know, a full mix to see them overnight. So hence I'm just about to feed them all. But yeah, there's a few little things like they've obviously changed the geometry or sunning at the front a little bit because there's more crowd angle. So when we're loading out of the feeder wagon here with the old machine, normally obviously the boom fully down and fully crowded back. Now, yes, your position is a little bit different from my eyeline position, but from my eyeline position, I'd be about there, but the bucket is crowded far more towards me, so it's a higher lip. So if I just crowd down a little bit, so we're fully down now, sorry. So if I just crowd away, there you go. So that's what I could see before. You see how that's moved? That was the maximum crowd angle on the old machine, whereas this one, it's not much more, but it's quite a bit. So obviously it makes judging how far away from the wagon you are a little bit trickier. You've got to be right close to it to be able to fill it up, you see. So one of the biggest differences you notice driving around the yard with at these sort of slower speeds, especially, I've not been on the up road with it yet, but is how much smoother the Bibloads are over the old XMCLs, the cleated tyres. Because obviously it's a more uniform pattern, so yeah, it's a lot smoother. So we should, in theory, get more wear out of them, you know, more life. And from what I've heard and seen from different people, they're not as bad off-road as you might imagine. But yeah, we'll find that out. Like when we go and push like the muck heap up and that sort of stuff, it'll be a crime to get it dirty. But we'll see what sort of traction the Bibloads give. As you might expect with a new machine, everything feels tight, as you might imagine. Like, you know, compared to the old machine, which was on 7,300, everything feels tight and new. You'd worry if it didn't, wouldn't you? The camera there is one of our own systems. Yeah, Richard got that for his tractor, a 2-camera system. So I'll just quickly show you. You can split it between. We've got one on the front at the minute. Where is it? It's up here at the minute. There you go. What would be quite handy, we might put a bracket on that offside light, and then have the camera there, so you get a sort of direct line of sight along the offside of the bucket. Because there's nowhere to put it at the minute, but that is something we might do in the future. But they're so handy. The old one had a wired one on the back, but it's just so handy. Like if you're gonna, you know, back up to something, let's risk it. Let's back up to the tractor. So we're gonna back up, not looking in the mirrors. There you go. You know, you're pretty near there, like. This is actually Let's get out and have a quick look, see how near we are. There you go, you wouldn't want to be any nearer than that, would you? There's the camera. They're mag melt, so they just stick anywhere, really strong magnets on them. So they are so handy if you've got a telehandler. For the cost of one, I would definitely suggest getting one, like, because they are just so handy to have about. You can just glance in that and know exactly how far away you are from something, like, you know. Whereas with the mirrors, you don't really get that sort of sense. One thing that is different is it's got far more multiples. We've got twin spools on the front and the rear now. So now, normally when the auxiliary is orange, that would operate the front, the pins. But now you have to press. Let me show you. Can you see where's my finger gone? Can't see it yet, can you? Yeah. Anyway, you've got to press that button there on the joystick. That turns it to silver, and now you can then press the, because it's a two-hand job, so you can't do it accidentally. Hold that button down, then operate the spool, then it unhooks. So that's a bit different. Twin spools front and rear. That's pretty much the only changes, really, lot. Still got the quick set steering, very handy. Just one button to set it. If you want to adjust it, you use that button down there. Obviously, it's Agri VT, so you don't need to touch the brake. It automatically just, like, you let your foot off the brake and it stops. Go forwards. Foot off the accelerator and it just comes to a stop. So you don't need to use the brakes with them. They're very, very, and they're so smooth. But then when you go over 16 kilometers an hour, it switches into the power shift, like, so it's still very good down the road. Yeah, other than that, same sort of joystick, all the buttons about the same. LED lights look like they've been updated a little bit. They look a little bit bigger than the old ones. We've got a solid sun shield now, where I'm sure the other one was perforated, but that's better, because I don't get the perforated ones, because you don't want to look at the sun. When the sun's there and it's perforated, you still get blinded by it, so I don't get the point of them, so that's a lot better. Yeah, that's about it, really, lot. Got to get the two-way fitted into it. Yeah, this seat's got an extra armrest on it. That's about it, really, lot. Right, so that's the milking cows fed. Just got to put this half bale in for the heifers and dry cows in the morning. Let that chop for a sec. I do think we've got to put a straw bale in up here. Little chunkies are alright, big heifers are alright. They've got quite a bit now. I think they'll be alright, to be fair. Well, there you go, that is about it. Only other things is there is now, what was I going to say? Yeah, an auto stop function now, so which is on allow. You just, I don't know, is it disable? Doesn't get. I think is it a couple of minutes and it auto stops. So you can disable it, but it'll reset itself to enabled every time you restart the machine. So it's not a bad idea, because a lot of the hours on telehandlers are idling hours. But what would be nice, I mean, you can tell, you know, what would be nice is if it had an auto restart. You can probably tell why they don't do it, I would assume, because a safety. So it'd be nice, like if it auto stopped, you know, you're unwrapping a bale or whatever, get back in, and then, for example, you just pull the lever back or whatever, and it'll automatically start or something like that, or put it into forwards. But I suppose it's a safety thing. But that would be very handy, and you'd save probably quite a bit of diesel. Because no one turns it off, on and off for, you know, if you're getting off for a minute or whatever, you don't turn it off, do you? You tend to leave it running. Like when I'm filling the wagon, I'm on and off the loader, cutting 3 bales, putting the molasses in the bucket and all that sort of stuff. And I suppose over a 40-minute period it takes roughly to fill the wagon, 10 minutes of that have got to be idling, I would think. But you're not going to then, but then that sort of, if I was to turn it off every time I got off, I'd be turning it on and off probably 20 times, something like that. That's a lot of wear on the old starter mower then, isn't it? Like, but you know, it is what it is. But that is another thing they've added, like. So yeah, but other than that, same old loader. Hopefully the black paint's a little bit better. Possibly not, but you can but hope, can't you? So anyway, we will drop this grab off. I think we're about done with it today. So yeah, we'll do some more videos on it when we get doing a bit of work with it. But so far so good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that bit of a catch up. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta!